What up, calculator?
Greetings and salutations. Hey, Mr. 411, if our theme song don't get you pumped up, I don't know what will, man.
Hey, man. I mean, thanks to Bo, right?
Yeah,
Thanks to
hey,
Bo.
all thanks goes to Bo with his ideas and just just hey, when he comes up with an idea, we bring it to the production department, and a lot of times they say, hey, let's add that to the show. So yes. Great. Hey, it's been going 2 years strong, and we definitely love it because it gets me pumped up to start spitting out some winners for the people.
Man, calculator. You know that's what we have to do on crossing the lines. We help the college football fans with their friendly wagers,
Yes,
and
sir.
we have a slate of games that we're going to go over today. So can't wait, man. Can't wait. I'm so anxious about this with the 2025 slash 26 season, man. We got to jump right into the first one, man. Talk to me.
Oh, hey, and Mr. 411, not wasting any time. The very first game, we're going. Did, did the production show get my list on what this game is?
Let's see.
Jackpot, baby. That's right.
Yes, sir.
I ain't wasting.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, cha-ching, cha-ching. Ain't wasting no time. I'm going straight with the Iowa Hawkeyes. This is my jackpot pick. Hey, and I'll tell you why. First of all, Iowa State, hey, look great. You know, got two games. They started zero week, and then week one, two wins. However, where I usually like a two game early on, get your feet wet, sort of get some momentum going. This one is especially concerning for the Iowa State side because that first game was over in Ireland. It wasn't at home. It wasn't even in the continental. And so yeah, they that luckily they didn't have that strong opponent in the second game. But now they go straight to one of the Big Ten heavyweights of the Iowa Hawkeyes. First, hey, defense on defense, Iowa's got the edge. O line to defensive line, Iowa's got the edge. Yeah, it's in Ames. I understand that, but we're getting a field goal and the hook. We're getting 3.5, so we got a little cushion. Even though I think I was going to beat the Iowa State Cyclone straight up, I
Mm-hmm.
just think, hey, 3.5, you take 3.5. Yeah, if they're going to give you that. Oh, you want trends, Mister 411? How about this? The last 7 games in Ames, Iowa Hawkeyes 6-0-1 against the spread. Not just straight up against the spread. They
Wow.
win in Ames, Iowa, and I just think they're the better team. Hey, if people remember, you go and check the tape, Mr. 411. I was one of the few people that took Iowa State against Iowa last year in Iowa. Matter of fact, I had a nice little payoff because even though they were down at halftime, I bet a little juiced up bet that they would still win the game. And yes, it took a miracle pass at the end to get them in the field goal range, took a 50-plus yard field goal to win. But you know what? We don't care how they get there, just that they get there. But it's going to be a different story in this one. I just think Iowa's the better all-around team. And again, they don't have to win the game. They just have to be 3.5 points within the win. So, yeah, take the Hawkeyes and the points in this one, Mr. 41. And I say jackpot, baby. Ring it up.
Bring it up. Cha-ching.
Yes,
Cha-ching.
sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's right. And yeah, we still got some more bells and whistles that are coming.
Yes.
Uh, and they'll probably be here next week. But
Yeah.
man, way to kick things off with the jackpot there,
No, wait, not,
calculator.
not wasting any time. I don't want to waste people's time. Hey, we want to get the money early, so then we can, do a little crazy stuff later on. But let's get the early stuff. Let's get the easy stuff early. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. The fight in the line
Yeah,
at Duke.
man. I was struggling between this and the Iowa game as my jackpot because another theme, 3.5. I think the better team is getting points. Wait, so hey, she said calculate. What makes you think Duke's a better team than Illinois? Hey, I just look at the last 3 recruiting cycles in this one, and the composite score of the Duke Blue Devils is actually in the 30s. And when I say by composite score, all 4 top recruiting sites that go through high schools and rate recruiting classes, their composite is in the 30s. And then you take that for the Illini, they're in the 60s. So, hey, Illini's, they've had a good run. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of those good players are now either in the NFL or graduating and stuff. So I'm going to just go by on what I've seen talent wise based on what happened in the past 3 years. Duke is the more talented team. Yes, that's on paper. But you know what? Heck, Duke's at home. So they give me another edge on that. And guess what? They're getting the 3.5 point. Not, hey, I think Duke's going to win outright due to sheer talent, but I'm going to get another 3.5 points.
Get that hook.
Hey, another one. I'm telling you right now, if you feeling lucky, do a money line parlay on Iowa and Duke, and you're going to get some good odds to back that up. So, hey, take the 3.5 one way or on one, 3.5 individual bet on the other. And then, hey, if you're feeling frisky, just combine two underdogs together for a money line parlay. You're probably going to get 5-1, 6-1 on your money. Hey, I ain't scared on that.
I ain't never scared.
That's just extra money, Mr. 411.
No. Yes, sir. All right. So take the Blue Devils in that one, man. And again, 3 in the hook. So
the hook, man. Those hooks, and trust me, so they play a lot. They play in a lot more outcomes than you can. And you'll see a theme with some of these picks. I love the hook is catching my attention on pretty much every one of them, Mr. 41. So yeah, the hook is playing a big theme for week one for the CTL week one.
Yes, sir. Hey, who's the MAC? Central Michigan, man. You're rolling with this 21
and a half? Oh, man. Hey, now, I know Central Michigan has let me down in the past. I understand that. But sometimes, Mr. Warren, you just get a feeling in your insides. I got the feeling on this. Yes, Pittsburgh looked good. They always look good against inferior opponents. But I'm telling you, mark my words, folks, this Chippewa team is feisty. They have that pressure defense. They create turnovers. Just look what happened to them last week in San Jose State was the difference in the game. And when you got a big spread like this, 1 or 2 turnovers, that's all you need. And that's all I need because I think they're going to still be able to score enough. But if they get that extra possession, 1 of 2 things. One thing is going to either keep it close or, keep it within a big 3 touchdown and a hook spread, or get a late turnover against the backups for the Pittsburgh Panthers. You get that backdoor late cover when the JV's in. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
hey,
sir.
I got the 21 and under. I'm pulling back, but as long as I get over that 21, I'm feeling back. I would even go straight 21 because then at least you get the push. But when you got that key numbers, again, we've talked 3 key numbers so far in these picks. But hey, and all 3 underdogs. Is there a theme? I don't know. We're not going to go all underdogs. We're not going to get too crazy, folks. But so far, the 12 o'clock games, it looks like the underdogs are going to be putting up a fight, in my opinion. So I like taking the 21.5 on the Central Michigan Chippewas.
All the more reason to watch college football early on a Saturday afternoon, man.
Yes. Let's rack up the early wins, folks. And hey, the next one, Mr. 411, another 12 o'clock game. And yes, another underdog. And yes, it involves a key number. But hey, I'm getting the UConn Huskies plus 6.5. Okay, hey, this is what they call a sandwich game. And what I mean is I think Syracuse has 2 games, one before, one after, that kind of takes their eye off the ball. So yes, they had a beat down with Tennessee. They're going to be licking their wounds last weekend. And yes, they're at home, which is a good sign. However, in my opinion, they'll be looking ahead to next week because guess what? To next week on the Syracuse radar, it's the West Virginia game. Yes, Syracuse, I think they're going to take UConn a little lightly. But hey, this UConn team shows some bite. I mean, they beat up little brother Central Connecticut last week, and I'm not going to take that much, but I'm telling you, and when I say bite, you can say calculator. This ain't a key number. This is a 6.5, folks. I'm telling you to wait. And what I'm saying is when your recreational bettor is going to see a 6.5 number, that's not going to scare them. They're going to think, hey, that's under the key number. So what are they going to do? They're going to bet the Syracuse team thinking, hey, that's under the key number. Well, what's that's going to do to you, UConn? That's going to give you the full touchdown. So I love the Huskies even at 6.5. But personally, to give me a little wait, I'm going to wait for the recreational bettor to push that one up to 7. So I'm going to wait maybe about, I'd say about 10, 15 minutes, have your finger on the button. And I'm telling you, 7 is the key number. I really think. We'll test the theory, Mr. 4-1. Remind me to take a look. We'll revisit this on our next CTL to see if this theory is right. But I really think this one goes to 7 at a lot of sports books. And if that's the case, definitely take the UConns. I like UConn Huskies at 6.5, but if I can get it at 7, even better.
Yeah. Hey, this reminds me when I saw this on the show run. I was like, UConn and Syracuse. Are we watching Big East basketball? I mean, what's up
Yeah,
here, man?
that's right.
But
Boeheim and Jim Calhoun, those old cats in there. Yeah. Hey, no,
yeah,
we're in football world right now.
I'm waiting for Ronnie Cycli to show up.
Oh no, not Ronnie Cycli. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
All
hear you.
right. All right, but yeah, we're gonna test this theory calculator. We'll look back at it next week. So production team is already working on that right now as we speak. All right.
Okay.
All right, Kansas Jayhawks.
Hey, another game. We're moving to 3:30 slate now. But hey, I'm telling you, calculator loves early underdogs early in the year just because. Hey, Vegas is trying to get it right as well. You know what I'm saying? So hey, sometimes I just think of numbers mispriced. And hey, Kansas. Hey, as long as they got Jane Daniels, they got a shot. That guy, 3-year starter, and when he plays, Kansas can score with the best of them. Yeah, I don't know for those people that have followed college football for a long time. This used to be known as the old border war of the
Yeah.
Kansas Missouri background. And hey, the starter for the original starter for the Missouri Tigers actually suffered a knee injury on the first offensive play of the game. So they went to the backup after the first play, and hey, all the Missouri backup quarterback Penn State transfer came in and just started lighting Central Arkansas up. And and Vegas, I guess they said they're not going to think people are going to pay attention to that, but that is still the guy was a backup quarterback for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So hey, again, Kansas, I think this is going to be the over under is like 62. So it's going to be an offensive fest. And I think it's one of those games that the team with the ball last is going to win. Well, if you have a team that the ball last, that means it's a close score. Well, the spread's 6.5. So take the underdog on what you think is going to close game. And again, another underdog on a team you're going to win. Now, here's another thing. You really want to get crazy with me 4-1-1? Listen, I don't think UConn's going to win. So take that up. But hey, why not do a 3-game money line parlay, Kansas Jayhawks, and the Illini 3.5 money line meaning all they have to do is win up, and then the Iowa Hawkeyes. You might get a good 12 to 13 to 1 on a $100 bet. That's $1,300, folks. That for just a team that I think 3 teams that have legitimate shot to win outright.
Yeah, 13-1. That's sweet there, man.
Oh, I tell you. Well, yeah, and if you can't, and like I said, that's a little sprinkle. Yeah, don't do all your bankroll. You don't do your bankroll on parlays. Okay, parlay is how the book wins their money. Parlay is just if you're feeling really good and and you got a nice little bankroll, some room in your bankroll to manage. But yeah, if you don't feel frisky, hey, just take the 6.5 and it's like when you're in blackjack, right? They always tell you to hold on 20, but if you're in a blackjack tournament and you're trying to win, you split the 20 and if the dealer's showing a 6 and hope no matter what you get on your next card, the dealer busts. So that's something that you can think about.
Yeah, there you go. All right. It looked calculated giving the blackjack tips too at the same time.
That's what we're all about, man.
That's what I'm talking about, calculator. You got to throw some roulette analogies in there.
Oh, hey, you never know. There might be a craps advice coming up later on in the season, my friend, because I know me and Mr. Dr. Sachs loves to play on the craps table when the odds favor us.
That's what I'm talking about right there. All right. Hey, Ole Miss Rebels at Kentucky.
Oh, I tell you, I love me some Lane Kiffin, and I love me when he's playing unranked teams because that joker loves to put up some points. And I love, you want to talk about all the things I love about him? I love that quarterback for Ole Miss. Hey, we're going to do a little flashback. Hey, everybody knows I love watching the Georgia Bulldogs. Hey, we were big Georgia Bulldogs fans. We picked them against Texas. Hey, roll the tape if you don't believe us. We have the receipts, Mr. 401. Both games when Georgia played Texas, we picked Georgia straight up against Texas both times, and guess what? They both won. Well, now I'm going to give a Georgia reference in this flashback. Ole Miss, Georgia. Georgia hurts all franchise, all SEC quarterback Dart. First series of the game. Dart's going out to the locker room. They got freshman quarterback Simmons coming in and they go down for a touchdown. Simmons did not seem phased. Let me tell you, when I see Simmons, I get a Deshaun Watson vibe with him.
Yeah.
The guy can throw, the guy can run. Yes, the one thing that he had that Deshaun Watson really, he's more of a gunslinger, so he will throw it. When there's trouble that he shouldn't throw it. But you know what? I think the Kentucky defense isn't the normal Stoops type defense. I don't think they're as good as they have been in the past. So I think he can get away from that because I think even if Kentucky gets a gunslinger interception from Ole Miss, I don't think they'll capitalize because I don't think their offense is as good as in past. So that's why I think they can get up. Hey, there is no Ray Davis running the ball for Kentucky. There is no Will Levis chucking the ball for Kentucky. This is what I really think is an average Kentucky team compared to the past. And I think this is an Ole Miss team that is more reloading rather than rebuilding, especially. Yep. I'm telling you, folks, watch this Simmons play. It's a 3:30 game, so it's going to be one of those ESPN, SEC networks. So be sure to watch it because I'm telling you, this Simmons guy is going to make a name for himself quickly. I love Ole Miss, we talk about key numbers. We're not at the 10 points, so get it before it goes to 10. Because I'm telling you, the more people watch the Simmons guy, and hey, after this show, if you're going to start watching Simmons highlight, you might start betting. So we need to get this at 9.5. So this is the one we need to bet rather quickly before it hits that key number in 10.
Yeah, don't waste your time. Don't waste time. Jump on this one.
Yeah, because Mr. 401, it started at 7.5. It's already been steamed up a good 2 points. So once it starts picking up steams like that, you got to try and jump on it before that steam hits it to the key number of 10.
Now, and is Vegas doing that to try to force people to go the other way and get Kentucky and start laying on Kentucky?
Yes, that's what they're going to. Well, they're doing one of two things to get Kentucky. They're either going to push the number up, or if it's getting close to a number, they don't push it to the key number. They start adding vig, or as other people known as juice. In other words, having to bet more money to win less, to get people to bet, or to not only get people to bet the other way, but to discourage bettors from betting the favorites in that one. So yeah, they might just add extra vig before it actually gets to 10 on Ole Miss. But I'd pay a little extra vig to keep it under the 10 anyway. So even if it goes to 10 and then you got to pay an extra 10, 20 on the vig, I would do that to keep it under that key number of 10.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Okay, roll with the Rebels. Hey, calculator, I think you batting 1,000 already. All right.
Hey, I finally went with a favorite, Mr. 401, but I can't go all underdogs on our first week.
Yes, sir. Hey, these next two games, man, I can't wait for you to cover them. But before you do, all right, make sure everyone make sure that you go to YouTube and you type in 411 Sports World Network on YouTube. All right, that's where we are. Make sure you hit the like button, the notification bell, and the share, because sharing is what, calculator?
Sharing is caring, folks, and we always say on this on this show, we are capitalists. That's why we're posting this out there for the masses. We want as many people to make as much money as they can. We'll even if you bet a sports book, and you ain't gonna bankrupt a sports book, they got other stuff coming in. So we're gonna try and take as much money on the sports book side as we can.
That's right. You can never not have enough money.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
All right. Yes. Make sure you do that. And also, Mr. 411, MisterFourone. That's Mr. 411 on TikTok and Instagram. We got a lot of people down in Peach County.
Hey, yours truly's been frying up the fries. Peach County.
Fry Daddy.
That's right. We're undefeated on the year, Trojans. And, the good French fries aren't hurting anybody. I can tell you that, because Mr. 401, I'm telling you, the calculator is tired after a Friday night of frying those French fries.
Hey, don't worry. I'm gonna make my way through there so I can get some of those fries, man.
Hey, Mr. 401. Hey, even my daughter, who's the head concession stand person, she likes to fry test sometimes to make sure my fries are adequate, and I hadn't had a bad word yet on my fries.
There you go. Keep that streak going, calculator.
That's right.
All right. South Florida Bulls and Florida Gators. I'm gonna watch this one now.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's 4:15, so try to catch it. That's right, folks. Smelly line. Something smells funny on this one. And what I mean by that is, man, one of the biggest upsets last week. Yeah, I got my FSU. I'm not gonna not get on my FSU show. I had to take my lumps. People were in my DMs last year saying what happened into my Seminoles last year. So I got to take a victory lap when I can, Mr.
Yeah,
Forward.
man.
But hey, I really don't think that was the biggest upset. I think one of the biggest upset was South Florida
Oh
beating
boy.
25th ranked Boise State. And you might say that's like, folks, it wasn't just a regular beat. It was 34-7. Boise State scored on the very first offensive possession, went down, scored, and then South Florida went and scored the next 34 points and just blew. Boise State was, is Ashton Jitsi coming back? What happened? So I'm thinking, oh man, with that score, this going, I was thinking when this spread, I'm saying South Florida is, oh man, because I really thought they were going to give the Florida Gators as a value. I was thinking, I'm just going to be 14. I said, man, I got to give up 17.5 for a team that just beat Boise State, blow the doors off. But folks, I that's why it's smelly, because I don't think it'd be. But you know what? That's why I'm going. That's why I don't care. I'm going Florida Gators, folks. Yeah, they blew off their opponent 55-0, but 40 of those points was the backups scoring on Long Island last week. That's who Florida played last week. So yes, the backup scored most of that. So hey, Florida Gators going to be fresh, and I'm telling you, the worst thing that could have happened to South Florida when it comes to this game was not just beat Boise State, but to beat the brakes off them, because that's going to put the Florida Gators antenna say, oh, we can't underestimate these South Florida guys. They're going to come in, and they're going to come in thinking they're good. Florida Gators, literally, position by position, has the advantage. And I just think Florida Gators is one of the, and then they're at the swamp. So, yes, hey, the weather's not going to bother South Florida. They're used to the Florida humidity. What's going to bother them is just the talent discrepancy of the Florida Gators to the South Florida Bulls. Sneaky good for Florida this year. Anything under 3 touchdowns, I'm going with the Gators. And because no look ahead for coming up, the Gators are the real deal this year. Returning quarterback looks good. They ended last year on like a 4-game win streak with pretty much everybody back. Didn't have a lot of defects. Yeah, the Gators are not. They're going to win, and I'm telling you, no letdown this week. Thinking this is an inferior opponent, they saw the coaches for Florida is going to watch that Boise State film, and they're going to say, we can't take these guys for granted. We got to beat them early. And you got to beat them, get up on them early and keep them down before they can give them any confidence in that game. So that's why I think Florida Gators puts it on them early, and then kind of keeps the foot on the throat, so to speak, to cover the 17.5.
Yes, sir. All right. So you have the Gators roll. All right.
Yes.
Gator roll. All
Gator
right.
roll.
All right. So 17.5. Don't let that scare you. Go with the Gators on this one. And they're at home, as you said earlier, calculator.
Yeah.
The bonus pick. Man,
yes,
this is
sir.
a big one, man. This is one of the rare games this week that have the high, some high ranked teams playing each other.
The 7:30 game is at night too. So definitely, I don't know if it's on ABC or NBC, but it's one of those letter networks out there. It's not on your ESPN plus out there. This is going to be a major network game, folks. But hey, you can say, usually we do 7 games. Yes. Calculator apologizes. Schedule conflicts did not allow us to make a CTL last week on week 1. Couldn't do it. So I am for the people, Mr. 401. So I went out of my way to get a TV game on here to give people a bonus pick and give them a breakdown on what they think. Folks, Michigan needed 3 turnovers, not 1. They needed 3 turnovers to beat New Mexico. I did not mispronounce New Mexico, folks. New Mexico, again, it's New Mexico. You can say Rich Rodriguez. You can say it's still New Mexico, folks. So they needed 3 turnovers at home to beat New Mexico. Washington State quarterback transferee looked good at Oklahoma. Looked good at Oklahoma University. It was a transfer quarterback. Tier for the people that if they need to know his name, he looked good at Washington State last year. Especially he had one of the best, in my opinion, home road splits out there. So he is at home, and also this is a first road game for the Michigan young quarterback. And I think you playing in a road environment. Hey, just ask Arch Manning how it is to play on the road as a young quarterback. It can be frustrating. preseason power rankings, as well as first week underlying metrics, and my line has OU as a 7.5, 8-point favorite. I'm only giving up 5.5. I feel fairly comfortable that the Sooners will cover the 5. And well, 5.5. It went up to 5 as the production was 5.5. It was 5 when I was actually writing it up. But again, I'm telling you, sometimes you just can't avoid the steam by the time we hit the airwaves. But yeah, it doesn't matter. I really like Oklahoma covering the 5.5 because again, I have this as a touchdown game. I just have Oklahoma too much defense. This is one of the rare times where an Oklahoma has an advantage on both sides of the line. I think
Mm-hmm.
their offensive line for Oklahoma can outmatch Michigan a lot of defects on the defense that went to the NFL last year. So you're not going to see all those people that were there last year. They're not going to create the pressure that they're used to, at least right now. They might later on when these people are no longer freshmen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, still early on the road. I think it's going to be too much. And I really like that transfer quarterback for Oklahoma. And Venerable, he has that Oklahoma defense humming. This ain't your Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma Sooner Big 12 defense. Venerable's bringing that SEC defense mindset to the program. So yeah, even though he's an ACC coach, he always was able. That's why he was able to play with the big boys in the SEC in those playoff games, is because he built those Clemson defenses to the SEC style, toughness, fast, and just quick off the ball. So yeah, Oklahoma, they're right. I think they'll right the ship good, and I think they give Michigan Wolverines a little SEC football that they're not used to. So I think they cover the 5.5.
Okay, ghetto, Boomer Sooner. You got them covering.
Yep,
All
a
right.
little
Okay.
nightcap.
Thank you for the bonus there, calculator, with the bonus pick.
Hey, like I said, anytime we want to help the people out, we apologize for certain things. We can't control schedules, but what we can do is control giving how many picks to help you out. So that's why I wanted to give a bonus pick to the people to make sure that they can keep tuning in to the CTL.
Yes, sir. Crossing the lines. All right. Hey, we got one more to cross here.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. People might say,
you talking about bonus picks, but hey, go ahead, calculator. What else we got
hey,
here?
yeah, I know. Both saying, "Where's Doctor Sachs?" I hadn't heard anything about Doctor Sachs. All I heard was Doctor Saps and Craps. I didn't hear anything about the algorithm, folks. Like I said in one of our fantasy shows, Doctor Sachs was deep in the laboratory, and I said, "Hey, Doctor Sachs, we're going live with our debut. Do you have an algorithm pick for the people?" And he did, folks. Marshall. That's right. 10.5 against Missouri State. Yeah, Marshall, I know they didn't look. Hey, they did what they had to do against Georgia. But hey, the algorithm really likes the 10.5 on this. So, folks, I can't explain it. I don't even think Dr. Sachs can explain it. Only Dr. Sachs's numbers and algorithm can explain it. So just trust the numbers. We always say trust the numbers, trust the algorithm. Just take Marshall minus 10.5 and be happy with it.
That's right. Dr. Sachs. We believe in
We
Dr. Sachs.
believe. Oh, yeah. What are the 3 things Mr. 41 believes in? I forgot to go with that. Mr. 41, tell the people, for the new listeners of the show, what are the 3 things you believe in?
Well, Mr. 41 believes in the man upstairs.
Yes, sir.
Right? Because without the man upstairs, none of this is possible, calculator.
Yeah.
All right. Mr.
Yeah.
41 believes in the man upstairs. And we're only a couple months away, believe it or
Oh, yeah.
not.
That's
Man,
right.
we're already in September, man. And it seemed like we just did our last episode.
Yeah.
Back in December. But
December.
yeah, but it seems like we're almost back to December again, and that goes to number 2 of who Mr. 41 believes in, and that's the man, Santa, old Saint Nick.
Yeah, Mr. 41 loves him some Santa Claus.
I sure do, man. I do. I still believe. And then, of course, all right, after those 2, it's none other than Dr. Sachs and his algorithm
In his
picks.
algorithm, yeah, yeah. Hey, we say if you don't believe in the man upstairs, you don't believe in Santa Claus, you can believe in the algorithm. Numbers don't lie, folks.
That's it. And calculator, you found him again because I haven't seen Dr. Sachs. Now I've
Yeah,
heard from
hey,
him.
like I said, when he gets in the laboratory, he was
Yeah,
he had to adjust his model for some. There was a recruiting component that was driving him crazy. So he had to spend a couple weeks on it, getting it. He had, a lot of, but what helped, just let people know background from what I understand is what was really driving his recruiting part of his model was he was looking at the Colorado Buffalo factor. Yes,
Okay.
he uses a lot of what Dion did with his recruiting window to kind of adjust his model. And I think he's got it right, Mr. 401. So we'll see soon enough if Dr. Sachs is hitting on all cylinders. And if people want to listen to the show, started out a little shaky. That's why he had to go back to the lab a little early this year. Started a little shaky last year. But if people remember, he was on fire at the end
Yes,
of the
sir.
year. And I always say, don't take my word for it. Go and check the tapes, and we'll let you rewatch the episode if you don't believe us. And just say, hey, we love fact checkers, Mr. 401.
Oh, we do.
We love fact checkers. Come on the comment, and if we're wrong, say we're wrong, and we appreciate people pointing us out when we're wrong.
That's right. We don't mind it. Bring it.
Right.
Bring it on.
That's
and
right.
Like I said, Dr. Saxman, that formula is so complicated, man, and so complex. But I'm glad that we have contact with him where I'm able to reach him through you.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad we're able to get his algorithm rhythm picks every week. So
well, Mr. 401, Dr. Sachs, he appreciates our fantasy podcast as well. So I think that's why he's a friend of the show. He likes to take a lot of our fantasy football content and apply it to the numbers he applies to his to how he ranks players and stuff, and puts that all together for one big thing. So I think it's a hand in hand type of deal. Quick pro quo, as they say in the political sphere, right?
Absolutely.
We help him, he help us. So yeah,
Absolutely.
we love Dr. Sachs.
Yes, indeed, we do. And one thing also that you can count on with Dr. Sachs is in fantasy football, he's going to drop an ad. He's going to drop an ad.
He's
with
already
the best
done it,
of them.
Mr. 411. I'm in the league with him too, man. He's already doing drop ads like crazy.
10 minutes after the draft, he already dropping an ad. Yep.
Yeah.
That's him. But we love Dr. Sachs, man, and Sachs, keep it together, bring it in, bring us something next week, bring us something good next week as well.
Yeah.
Calculator, man, this is great, man. Way to kick off the new season of CTL, man.
Yes, sir. And I'm happy to do it. And I know you're a busy man, Mr. 401, so I know you probably have to go. For people that know, Mr. 401 does podcasts all night long, man, when football season starts off. So I try to squeeze some time in when I can with Mr. 411.
That's right. Hey, in about 10 minutes, come back to YouTube and come back to TikTok, because Philly Red Zone is going to be in the house.
Hey, if it's a Philly game, a big Philly game, you're going to get Philly Red Zone. And folks, Philly Red Zone knows what he's talking about when he's talking about his team. That's for sure.
Yes. So we're going to be going live in a few minutes, leading up to the Cowboys Eagles matchup tonight. And I'm hearing there may be a couple Cowboy fans that jump in too. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see how this goes.
I got you.
All right.
Hey, Mr. 41, tell Philly Red Zone Calculator says hi.
I'll definitely share that. And matter of fact, everyone can go back to Tuesday night, and you can relive the episode, the NFL preview with Philly Red Zone and 411. We went through all the divisions, Calculator.
Yeah, and unfortunately, again, I was on two different fantasy drafts. So I was busy. Unfortunately, couldn't make it. But yeah, that's always a good show, and I always like to talk to Philly Red Zone. That's why I like getting together on the NFL draft show, so I can catch up with Philly's Red Zone.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's it for today, man. We're gonna. This is for you, Bo, coming up in just a minute. But for the Calculator, Mr. 411, we appreciate everybody. Do all those favors for us. Like, subscribe, notification bell, and share, because sharing is caring.
Sir.
And we out.
Out.